Welcome, retail fam. And be welcome over here. Yes, I've been gone for some time. Also gone from Twitter. I'm gonna explain a lot today. Let me first start off with my indicator because I'm getting so much questions about it. Okay, when you put in the code on the file editor and you put it on, this is what you see, and this is not good. So you got to make it right. How do you make it right? You go to here. First of all, the inputs are wrong. The EMA has to be 34. The SMA has to be 21. It's the first thing. Second thing, time frame, week. No, not week, chart. This way you can see it on any time frame. Okay, now we go to style. Over here, it's your own choice. If you want to have it like I have it, I use the green and I put on the line a bit thicker for my 34 MA. My 21 is always yellow. I put it a bit thicker, and the 200 EMA is always purple, also thick. So this is how I put it on. Okay, and this is now how you can see the indicator. By the way, I always also change this red one. I put it on white because I don't like the red. So this is how you see the indicator from the original maker of this thing on the charts. Yes, so this is about the indicator. I hope that everyone, I will try to copy the code again in a comment today, so you can copy it over there if you don't have it yet. Well, it's going to be a long bit today because there is so much to talk about. Yeah, well, let's just jump in. Okay, guys, I've got the US 500 here in front of me. Let's first start off with my Twitter. Guys, I stopped my Twitter because I was getting attacked. I'm getting many hacks. I've been used to this the past year, but those attacks weren't as big as the last one. So I had some people looking into it, and well, most of the attacks are coming from Twitter. So it was my relation to Twitter. Listen, guys, I'm no IT guy. So these guys tell me you have to close your Twitter account. I can come back to Twitter someday if I'm all secured, but it's gonna take some time. So for now, I'm going to do the vid. I'm also looking, there were some suggestions about people telling me, why don't you open up Instagram? Well, I'm looking into Instagram because I like Instagram a lot, and I have to be honest, CT is also, I've been a bit done with CT because there is so much poison over there, so much poison, so much people, hateful people, and well, let's just say there are some people from the retail fam. They are, I really hope that a lot of people from the retail fam, they use the retail army hashtag or the retail fam hashtag, the protect capital hashtag, because that's how the community can stay together and stay strong and keep up with the alpha and keep up. And I will, guys, I cannot promise you guys when I'm coming back or what I'm gonna do. I really don't know yet. So I just need some time. I just need some time to figure this out. And also I have to know that I'm 100% secured, because I can't get into a lot of details, but I'm getting attacked very hard. And from what direction or what sources are these attacks coming from? Well, I really don't know. I have a clue, but let's just keep it to that. But to the people that are, a lot of people are also telling me, why don't you open up a Patreon? Why don't you open up a private group only with people that are really interested? Because, you know, I've also been thinking about that one, and maybe I want to open up some group with only people that have been following me and I know. because the attacks that I'm getting are from people that I don't know. I hope so. I hope. Let me just say, but people that have been following me for a long time, maybe I will create and open a group to my followers that I know that have been following me for a long time, and so I'm thinking about opening up a private group, maybe TG group or something like that. So it will be a group only with people I know and I trust. And well, it's really sad. It's really sad. Also, I wanted to thank everyone that gave me such nice comments, and really, guys, you can't imagine how proud I am at you guys, and thank you so much for the nice messages. I also received so much DMs. It's really incredible. Really, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you that my work is appreciated. I also wanted to thank Ren from Banter. It's you guys know my relationship with Ren. It's a hate and love relation, and well, I'm very salty to the guy the past months, but the past 2 months, well, we had some discussions, and the guy has really shown his real face, and this guy is really open-minded to criticism, and he also tweeted and just stay, don't let the bad guys win. Ran, the bad guys did not win. I'm protecting myself at this moment. So when I'm all secured, I will come back stronger and than ever. So just, but thank you very much for the support, Ran. So that's, I wanted to tell you that in this bit. Okay, guys, enough about the Twitter and the hack and the drama. Let's jump into the charts, because that's what's the most important, I think, at this moment. Okay, guys, you know, I start with the US 500 because it's all about the US 500. It's all about the US 500. Okay, I made this triangle, and well, you see we got a hit over here, hit over, hit over here. Well, yes, 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 yes. Da, 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 da. We got also a hit over here, and then we got a retrace. But what's going to happen next? Because we had some events coming, and the big event that is coming is Tuesday. The CPI is coming, and what do I always tell you? When CPIs come, markets pump. It's when there are some events, markets like to pump, especially the US 500. It likes to pump. But this time we already had this was a huge pump. Look at it. This came from the 3800. We made like 350 points, 350 points in like what is this, 2 weeks? But look at this, especially this one. And this was the reaction of the PCE. The PCE numbers came in a little bit in favor, and look at those freaking degens. This is really madness. But guys, just to be clear, when I'm explaining this chart to you, you're either trading this chart, so you're trading the US 500. By the way, I get a lot of questions. Where can I trade the US 500? Where can I trade this? Where can I trade oil? Where can I trade silver? Where can I trade gold? Guys, about silver, gold, commodities, where you can trade them, you have to search for your local broker. So if you're living in like Europe, in Europe, you've got eToro, and you've got like the Giro, and you've got a lot of other exchanges also, and brokers, the famous one. So whatever way you're living, just Google it. Where can I trade gold or silver or oil or whatever, and just Google and do your research on what is the safest one and the biggest one in your regions, and go over there. And if you want a more risky exchange, if you want to be degen style together with crypto, you've got another exchange. It's a crypto exchange that also has got it's a Prime XBT, also has got the US 500. You can trade it. I don't have an account at XBT, so I'm not shilling it or whatever, because I'm very careful with any exchange having crypto. So that's about where you can trade these things. But what I wanted to point out over here is when the PCE numbers came in, they were like a little bit good, a little bit good. It's not good, it's less bad. because that's what's going on. And in the times we're in now, less bad means very good, means FOMO. So if something is less bad, it's very good, it's great. Look at this pump. This is really incredible. But just to know, I traded this. And how did I trade this? I trade this with the indicator. It's very simple for me, guys. You have to understand that when some event happens and some FOMO hits in, the indicator, the MW color indicator, is your best friend. There ain't no other indicator gonna help you better than this one. And yes, wait a minute, this is called MW color indicator. So you're bragging your own indicator. No, I'm not bragging, because I'm not making any money on this. I'm not selling this. This is for free. I made this indicator for you guys. There is no penny I'm taking from anyone. Just believe me on this. I'm not making any penny about this. Okay. By the way, guys, before I forget, I'm making this vid, and this vid is going to get it's pretty long vid, but I cannot share it on my Twitter account, because my Twitter account I have it's not eliminated, but it's closed, so I deactivated it until for further notice. But it's you guys that have to share this vid on Twitter. Just spread it over there everywhere with the hashtag retail army or retail fam or protect capital hashtag or whatever, and share it in big groups where people are following me, because I've got a lot of followers that are also followers of like Ran. They're followers of Satoshi Stacker. They're followers of Capo. They're followers. So my followers are everywhere. They are in all those groups. So please share this vid, share the link of this vid in all those groups. That's the only way that they can find me, because on YouTube they will not find me. YouTube is burying me. I'm buried. Why? Because I swear. That's why they bury me. So if you want to do that, please do that. So put on the indicator. Listen, and let me show you how I traded this one. Let me tell you how I traded. This is how I traded. This was about where the PCA numbers came out. Boom, 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 boom. I thought, wait a minute. These guys are. I want to FOMO this thing, and it was this candle. It closed above it, so we broke the 200 EMA. We broke the indicator, closed, and this is where I jumped in. And look at it. This was also for me a reason to jump out, because we're gonna hit resistance. And here we got the confirmation, and there we go. And there are a lot of people that are like, that also shorted this. I don't short, but they shorted this, and they're also making money. So it's just an example. Okay, guys, so about what to expect, because we have to talk a bit macro today also. I know. Some guys are telling me, wait a minute, MB, wait a minute, you're always on this US 500, and you're always on this S&P, and you're always on this DXY charts, always talking about it. Yes, you know why I talk about them? Because the best people I see, the highest rated economists, highest rated TA guys that are on CNBC, that are on television, they are giving lectures, professors, economic. I almost said to myself, wait a minute, I don't agree. And then I always compare my thesis with their thesis, and I can tell you, it's not always, but 70-80% of the times they are wrong and I'm right. So I think to myself, what a crazy world are we living in? You've got the highest respected people in the world making analyses, but those analyses are wrong. So that's why I share this. Because if I know that I'm wrong, and if I'm right and they're wrong, I share this. So for me, the macro, guys, let's talk a bit macro. We've got Tuesday. We've got CPI numbers coming out. let's just say that we have to, if the CPI numbers come down very hard, this would be and could be very bullish for the markets, and maybe we will see something like this gonna happen. Let's start doing, let me hide a bit. When we, if that happens, maybe we can see something like this thing coming up, and we're going to this line, this one, 4,300. Gonna test this one, and if we can break even this one, go to this one. But this, guys, this is if the CPI numbers come in very low. So if the inflation would drop, and then we've got the Fed has to decide if they are going to do another 25 points, yes or no, or they are gonna pause. Okay, because the Fed is planning to do one more 25 points. So when they've done this 25 point, it's over. The Fed has got no ammo anymore. They cannot do anything to stop these guys from wanna fly. Because you have to see it like this. The only thing that is holding these degens, let me put in this one. Let me also close idle. The only thing that is holding these degens to just skyrocket to the 5K is the Fed. The Fed is holding them down. And what you're seeing here, these candles are also, this is because the Fed has printed money. What you're seeing here, this is the Fed printing money. This is the 3 weekly candles. The Fed has been printing money. And why? The Fed had to print money to save the banks. But it's like doving a fire with gas, with gasoline. That's how we say. So you're not gonna, there's a fire, no, you're not going to throw some water on it, or just, no, you're going to throw in some gasoline to put the fire out. That's what the Fed is doing at this moment. So what you're seeing here is these guys just want to pump, and you know why they want to pump? Because they just don't care. They have, there is a printer. It's like monopoly money. These guys are getting free money. Just push on the button, the money comes out. Here you got it. Okay, what we're gonna do with this money, because it won't be worth anything, or it is going to be less worth anyway. Let's just buy those stocks. Let's just buy stocks. And that's what you're seeing here. So they're buying those stocks, and they're going up. That's what it is. So for how long are they going to keep up doing this? So for now, let me give you the macro insights that I have. I think that if the inflation number Tuesday will be a bit lower, so it would be, because like in Europe, we're seeing a lot of countries where the inflation already came down very hard. So let's just say that the inflation numbers will come down very positive for the Fed. So it will be the inflation comes down. Let's say that we could see something like a bounce up to this region, to this one, to the 33rd. So we can see something like that. But just that, don't get excited, because it seems like everything is only about Fed and about inflation. Fed, inflation, CPI, raising hikes, inflation. There is a lot more going on in the world, because we've got also the earnings coming out. And the earnings, I can tell you by now, they will not be as shiny as we hope they are. And then the biggest problem is, with the banks getting saved and the rates are very high, the earnings of the second quarter will also be very negative, in my opinion. So meaning there is a lot of pain coming out, and even and these degens over here that you're seeing, they are predicting that we're going to have a pivot. So it's like the Fed is going to cut rates, but the Fed already said and told everyone, we are not going to cut rates in 2023. They already said it. They're very clear. But the markets, the degens, the Wall Street is not believing the Fed, and they think they will cut rates. So they are buying in big, and they're buying in big. So suppose in July, because that's the most important month, suppose that in July the Fed will not cut rates, because you have to understand it like this. Let me, because I know there are a lot of followers here that are not are very economic educated, and they think, what the duck is MB talking about? You have to understand it like this. The narrative now at this moment is very clear. It's like this. We are now, it's, if the Fed will pivot or will cut rates, then the stocks will pump. This is the narrative now. Okay, this is how we think. So what happens? These degens, they are not going to wait for the Fed to cut rates. No, they front run them. So they say, okay, let's see. Okay, the Fed is going possibly over here in July. They're going to, over here they're going to cut rates. So because they have to save the economy. Okay. So what they do is they start pumping it from here. So when they cut rates, they already pumped it. So they are already in big gains. And what do? When the markets after that start pumping, this is where they start selling and taking the profits, and other people, the wrecked people, the future wrecked people, will start to they're buying in, and they have been buying here. This is also how it works on Bitcoin, by the way. It's also, that's why you also always have got the thing like buy the fear and sell the greed. It's this system. It's like this. So what they do is they try to predict the future. Over here, the Fed will probably gonna cut rates. Okay, so if the Fed will cut rates here, there is no reason for us to sell. So what do? We're gonna buy and we're gonna pump. So pump, because everybody is very fearful over here. So they will not buy in. So this thing goes up, and then when the Fed does cut rates, which I'm not expecting, by the way, for almost 100%, then this thing will go up more, and this is where they will start selling their bags to us retailers or other investors. But this is just the psychology that I'm trying to make you guys understand how economic markets work. It's not about what is going to happen on that moment. It's about what's going to happen, because the big money, the smart money, is always 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of the markets. And that's why most retailers lose money, because most retailers, they trade based on the present, about what is happening now. And smart money is always they are trading and investing based on what is going to happen next. And this is the big difference between smart money and dumb money. Smart money is always 1, 2 steps ahead, and acts on what's going to happen here and not what's going to happen now. And dumb money is trading. So that's why what I was always doing on Twitter, I was always showing you guys what is going to happen 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. And maybe at that moment, and that's the big problem on Twitter, and that's also why a lot of retailers, why I didn't have got a lot of people following me, like why didn't I have 100, 200, 300, 500,000 followers? Because just to be honest, guys, and this is very respectful to all of you guys that do follow me and stick with me, most of the retailers, they are the dumb money. They are dumb. They are only looking for the present. So they're looking for buy Bitcoin now, sell Bitcoin now, buy this shitcoin now, or do now. They're only looking for now, now, now. But that's dumb money. That's dumb money. Smart money is never now. It's telling you what's going to happen over here. It's telling you what's going to happen over here. It's going to tell you what's going to happen over here, in this timeline over here. And that's why when you start seeing the bigger picture and connecting the dots and knowing where smart money is going to, that's how you can act. You're gonna act on the present. You know, wait a minute, okay, they are 1, 2, 3 steps ahead, and they're probably going to do this, and that's where you start acting on. Guys, I really would love to talk more about this topic, and I think that this is one of the most important topics for someone that wants to trade or wants to begin trading. And really, I'm really thinking about opening also a training group for people that are really want to learn trading and understanding the bigger picture. But this will be a very intensive training, and I've got two members from the team. They want to do this, they want to train, but I have to tell you, they don't want to do it for free, because they're telling me we gonna make money, we gonna invest time, and we've got to learn these guys how to do it. And when they told me we want to charge, ask money, nothing wrong with that, by the way, but it's just against my thesis. It's against my thesis. So these guys, they want to give training, and they want to train people to really become, but they ask money for it, and I just don't like that. So okay, let's just go on. So we've got this. I hope that this is clear, guys. For now, this is just in this triangle. This triangle is what is what I'm trading for now. So let me put it on the daily. For now, it's very simple. So we're just here. So I think that we will just chop around over here, chop around, and I think that Friday we've got some event coming up, and we've got Tuesday the CPI. So I think there will be some volatility over here. But this is for me the resistance line at this moment, and the next one is over here, and then the next will be over here. So for now, I'm very cautious over here. I'm very cautious over here. So over here it will chop around, in my opinion, and maybe on Tuesday we will see the volatility going up and down, up and down. But just let me repeat myself like I always do, guys. I am freaking bearish on the macro markets for the next 6 months. I'm just bearish. I'm bearish. So I think that we need to come down. So, okay, well, let's go to the DXY. DXY, very simple, guys. It's very simple. Listen, I know the Saudis, the China, the BRICS. I understand it all. I understand it all. They are all against the petrodollar, and these are just facts, and these are fundamentals, and I understand this all. But, as long as the charts show me that we are still over here holding support, and this is a possible double bottom, I am super freaking bullish on this thing to bounce up. Because what did I learn in my experience and in my life? Fundamentals are very good, but fundamentals can lie, because the Fed can tell you something and do the other thing. And that's what everyone, they can tell you this, they do A, and they say A and they do B. So this thing, for me at this moment, the DXY, as long as it's holding this possible double bottom, I'm still bullish on the DXY. And when I'm bullish on the DXY, means that I'm bearish on the rest of the markets. It's very simple. So as long as this thing is holding, I am very cautious. So I will not FOMO into markets or Bitcoin or whatever. And I will talk about Bitcoin a bit later, because I've got some more thoughts about Bitcoin. But this thing is, everyone watching this vid needs to have this on. Put your alarms here, over here. Put your first alarm over here if it makes a lower low, and put your alarm over here. This is, guys, this is super important, because this is a double bottom, and we've seen what double bottoms, and maybe we'll even get a triple bottom. But as long as this level is held by the DXY, don't FOMO into risky assets, because this thing, when this thing makes something like this, it will destroy it, the stocks. Okay, oh, then we've got the euro. Well, this is the opposite of the DXY. We've got a possible double top over here. So like we have over there, it's not only a double top, by the way, guys, because if you would look at this, the DXY, the euro, this is, by the way, guys, the euro is the biggest basket in the DXY. So when this thing goes up, the DXY comes down. When this thing comes down, DXY goes up. So that's why it's very important to watch this chart, the Euro USD. And as you can see, we're reaching, really, we've got the 200 EMA over here. We've got this trend line over here. We're going, it tested it over here, so it wants to retest it over here. And we've got also this red zone over here. So guys, this thing, in my opinion, there has to be a miracle happening if this thing just breaks up and goes up from here. And if this thing would break up from here, this would be very, very good for the stocks and for Bitcoin and for everything. So this, if this thing comes up, this would be very bullish for the markets, very bullish for the markets. But again, a miracle has to happen. And why am I pointing this out? This thing, double top or even the red box, if it will start to come back down again, that means that the DXY will make his run up. And when the DXY will make his run up, what is going to happen to the US 500 and the stocks and the risky assets, and probably also Bitcoin is going to happen? It will come down. Connect the dots, guys. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. Educate. Focus. Focus on what I'm saying. Focus on what I'm charting. Make a list from all the charts that I'm sharing. Try to begin to train yourself. Begin to train yourself. Okay, let's go to my buddy VIX. Yes, there was one girl or woman following me, and she asked me if I wanted to explain a bit more about the VIX. Well, the VIX is very, very simple. Let me see. Let me put it on like this. Well, I've been having this for a long time. This. I don't know what to call this. It's like it's like something falling. It's like a wedge. So why is this thing so important? Why is this thing so important? This thing is just people hedging, holding stocks. So people that are holding a lot of money in stocks and are afraid when stocks come down that they'll get wrecked, they hedge it with the VIX. So the VIX is like in correlated chart. So the VIX, as you can see, just look at this line. Look at this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's really, when this thing comes at these regions over here, this is where you have to be very cautious, because this is support. And when this thing hits support and people start buying in over here because they want to make money, because there are a lot of people, you can trade this thing, by the way, yeah? You can buy it, you can long it. So when people start buying the VIX over here, means they are destroying the S&P. They are destroying the S&P. So meaning that, why is this so important? When this thing reaches support, it will tell us that we have to be very cautious on the markets. And when I say stocks, I also mean Bitcoin and crypto. So when this thing was over here, this is where you can buy in, or here, or here, or here, or whatever. When it makes a spike up, that's when risk reward management would be very bullish to start DCA buying in when markets are down, because markets are very down, Bitcoin or stocks or whatever. But when this thing comes down, it's the same. You have to be very cautious. You have to be very cautious when this thing comes down. So let me put it on the monthly. Let me put it on the monthly so you can see. There is some space to come down, but we've got, even if this thing breaks down below this line, we've got this one also. So, but this drop from here, the drop from here to here could pump markets like crazy, just to be clear about that. Just this little move down to the 14 would send the S&P maybe to the 46, 47. It's really, so just to be clear about it. But if we will hold support at this one again and again and again, then this would be very bullish for the bears. So there are a lot of people that short markets based on the VIX. When they see it it's hitting support, they short markets and they long the VIX. So that's how traders do it. So I hope that that's clear about that. Okay, let's go to, yeah, we've shared it a lot of times, the triple, the buy signal I gave over here, and well, the rest is history. What is this? What is this? What is this? What more can I say about this? This is 26%. It's really crazy, madness, guys. About this one, again, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. So this is it. Let me do